The LETSHUOER Soloist. This IEM was sent to me on loan. I don't actually have the cable or accessories that come with it, so can't tell you about that. What I can tell you is the shell, my initial impressions were I thought this thing was going to be like $80, $100 maybe. Yeah, its MSRP is $240. So I'm hoping that the accessories are dang good for that price. Otherwise, ooh. What's different about this IEM is that it has a liquid silicone Kevlar driver. Never heard of that before. Cool marketing words. I don't know, but I mean, I dig it. It sounds cool. But let's talk about the tuning. Let's talk about the sound. I really like the bass on this IEM. I really like the bass on this IEM. I think that might be partially due to the lower mid scoop that it's doing, but I put that, no, we'll talk about that in a sec. The bass is, yeah, it is just enjoyable for me. It is really enjoyable for me. I don't know what else to say. It was impactful. It was like, I didn't feel like I was lacking in it at all. Like it sounded nice. You kind of glide into the lower mids there, and I now it is scooped out. Like when you look at it on a graph, you if you look at this, at the 500 as your point, it looks ridiculous in the upper mids. But if you look at it, matching to say 300, it looks a little bit different. And they did the mid scoop tastefully because 300 and 1K, if those are around the same level, this is kind of enjoyable. Like when you kind of scoop that out a little bit, it can be a lot of fun. Um, yeah, they did it tastefully. So I'm not a big fan of like bass tucks, and that's when they tuck it and then like 1K kind of ends up getting over 300, and no, I'm not a fan of that. But if 1K and 300 are around the same, if you play around with this a little bit, I don't overly mind. Like just do it tastefully. You get into the upper mids, and it is it has a nice rise, and then it's a little bit forward around 3 4K, and I'm not talking like a little forward for me. I'm talking like it's forward. Like this is one of the most boosted there sets that I have kind of seen. But it falls off nicely after 4K, and for me personally, that is where I'm least sensitive, is around that 3-ish 4K. Just as long as you fall off after that, and you don't know, I don't want you to fall off too much, but I want you to kind of just nicely fall off after that, and as long as you're not too much before that, I usually don't have a problem. That being said, this was pretty intense on some tracks, and we will talk about that here. So, yeah, upper treble, it does come off as a little bit dark because of that upper mid boost and just the balance of that all. But I think the fun of this IEM is really that lower mid scoop. It is an interesting representation, and because it's different, and this thing doesn't cost a lot of money, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't mind it. It's not neutral, but it is kind of fun. Haim, Little of Your Love. This I am around the 1 minute and what 15-second mark. There's a piano slide. I found that really harsh. I couldn't do it. I had to turn that volume down, and I was kind of riding the volume slot like a little bit. Like I was riding that volume because some songs it was like, oh nope, turn that down, and then other songs it was like, okay, nope, that's fine, that's fine. So that song, yeah, that was one of those. Oh yeah, turn that down. Uh, when listening to Lyrics, I didn't have really any problems at all. I could leave it at a decent listening volume and just enjoy. Good Things Fall Apart, didn't really have a whole lot of problems there. I could leave it at a decent listening volume. Enjoy. Jay-Z 99 Problems. I did have a problem. The problem was around 6 seconds. Like it was pretty quick that I was like, nope, I can't do this song. I gotta really turn this down or I gotta skip. So it is very track dependent. But Empire State of Mind didn't have a problem. So yeah, another Jay Z track, no problem. Very track dependent. Lun, Us on a Boat. fun. Very, very fun. Super fun. Really enjoyed that. Like, honestly, super enjoyed that. It was like that is what this was meant for, honestly. Audio Slave, pretty good. I did not think Audio Slave was going to sound that good on this, and it didn't sound bad at all. So cool. It occasionally is a little bit forward, around that 3-4K mark, but I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. Big Boy Kill Jill. It was a little intense on this song. I didn't actually overly enjoy this song just because it just felt intense. Really intense in the uppers there. Big Boy, Order of Operations. Didn't mind that though. That's on the same album, so track dependent for me. Just it depends on the mix, depends on the master. I don't know. It depends on the track. If it gets a little too forward in the track around that 3-4K mark, I find this offensive. Otherwise, I don't have a problem. Blink 182, no problem. I found it enjoyable. So it's like, yeah, it's track dependent, really. Overall, would I recommend this for $240? No, not at all. I'm sure you can find this type of tuning for a lot cheaper. But, if you can find one for $80, I think it's kind of fun. I would buy this for $80, $100. I don't even think I would buy it for the 145, even when it's on sale. 240, definitely not a buy for me. So I would pass on this at its MSRP. But yeah, if you can find one on sale or find a used one for a good price, maybe it's worth trying out. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.